Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to our Canine Companions North Central Region graduation and matriculation ceremony. My name is Emily Bell, Executive Director here at our North Central region. We are so thrilled that you are all here with us today to celebrate this wonderful occasion. Graduates, the day has come. We're so happy to recognize you and the hard work you and your new service and facility dogs have put in over these past 2 weeks. You are really the reason that our donors, volunteers, community advocates, and staff all do what we do to support the Canine Companions mission. It has been such a pleasure getting to know each of you and watching your journeys with your new canine partner. We can't wait to see how far you go together. Our 10 graduate teams have been busy during team training. You'll learn more about what they've been up to as the program goes on. The dogs who are going home with our clients today started their journeys over a year ago when they were just young puppies. At just a few months old, they were welcomed into loving homes by volunteer puppy raisers who have dedicated their time, treasure, and puppy raising talents to prepare these dogs for their roles as loyal partners in independence. Today we're also celebrating that a new cohort of puppies are moving on to the next phase of their journeys and starting their stay on our campus for professional training. It's a day full of emotion as we also recognize those dogs and their dedicated puppy raisers who see the work as bigger than themselves, something they can do to make a true difference in the lives of others. Throughout our 6 training centers, we have 56 new teams graduating today and 212 puppies walking across the stage with their puppy raisers as they prepare to enter professional training. Canine Companions is making a big impact across the country. I'd like to take a moment to recognize those who help make all of this work possible. Canine Companions is a nonprofit organization able to train service dogs and match them with clients free of charge because of the generosity of others, many of whom are in the room with us now. Thanks to everyone who supports our mission. I have the special honor today of recognizing the Lions Club for Canine Companions, who have sponsored today's graduation and matriculation ceremony here in our North Central region. The Lions Project for Canine Companions has supported our organization really since our founding in 1975, and in total, this group of humanitarians has gifted more than $3 million to support our organization. We are grateful for your partnership today and every day. I also want to thank all of our team training lunch volunteers and donors who you'll find listed in our program. A special recognition goes to our friends at Massey's Pizza, who continue to donate 2 separate meals during each team training class. Finally, I have the distinct honor of recognizing our 2023 National Board of Directors Regional Volunteer Award winner. Every year, this award is given to one outstanding volunteer in each region who has gone above and beyond in support of our mission. Our 2023 award winner is Colleen Pars. Colleen is not able to be here with us today, but is joining us online. This past year, Colleen used her professional expertise and dedicated a tremendous amount of time and energy into auditing our organization's intranet, our internal internet system, and created a new and improved version from scratch, including landing pages for each department, each region, and even using her art background to create many of the graphics that we see. This was a huge undertaking, and it's dramatically improved our organization's ability to navigate our internal systems. Along with this work, Colleen and her husband Eli have been generous supporters of our work and even puppy raisers over the past 9 years. Colleen, Eli, you're watching. Congratulations again. Finally, it is February and love is in the air. You can help Canine Companions lead with love and make more partnerships with expertly trained service dogs possible. Thanks to a generous anonymous donor, and just in time for Valentine's Day, if you need a gift idea, donations are matched dollar for dollar up to $100,000. You can go to our website, canine.org, to learn more if you're interested in it. There's a saying around here, you come for the dogs and you stay for the people. I'm now going to turn the mic over to our team who will begin the recognition of them both. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Suzanne Slickland, the Puppy Program Manager for the North Central Region. I am going to be recognizing our phenomenal puppy raisers of the February matriculating class. Let us begin. So since February is Valentine's Day month, and we are super close to this day of love, and since we know that our puppy raisers are smitten with the Canine Companions puppy, why not talk about all the words we use while raising a puppy and how these puppies brighten the days of everyone they meet? And what a better way to describe their impact on everyday life than to describe them as that of the traditional Valentine's Day candy sweethearts with the little sayings on them, because all Canine Companion puppies are sweethearts. So you got your little box and you pull out your first little candy and it says, "My girl" or "My boy." As you wait for Canine Companion staff to confirm the puppy you are raising, you wait on pins and needles to know, will it be a boy or a girl, black or yellow? What will be the mysterious name? Getting a puppy is like a blind date. The journey is about to begin. The next piece of candy you pull out says, "Kiss me." So Canine Companions dogs are not to give kisses, but I've seen some kisses being snuck here and there. Puppy raisers try really hard to follow the rules, be consistent, be persistent, but above all, have fun with the puppy. It's the journey, not the destination. Each day that goes by, the puppy sweetens your life, and as they worm their way into your heart, you just fall in love, and you can't help but kiss them. The next candy you pull out says, "Darling." There are some days when you just have to laugh at the puppy. While our puppies are smart, they do some silly things that endear us to them. In the South, there's a term, "oh darling," isn't necessarily a compliment. In puppy raising, as the puppy tears through the house with toilet paper streaming behind them, and the puppy raiser has to use their mom voice, you sometimes say to the puppy, "oh darling, bless your heart," as you coach them into the kennel as you clean up the havoc they just created. However, in the end, the soulful puppy eyes melt your heart, and you can't be mad anymore, and you remember to mark on your progress report, "the puppy gets into the trash." The next candy you pull out is snug as a bug. There's nothing cuter than a puppy snuggled up sleeping. I probably receive more sleeping puppy pictures than I do any other picture. The cute puppy sounds, the twisted body that you wonder how are they comfortable, their head hanging lower than their body causing you to cringe as you imagine all the blood rushing to their head, the adorable puppy dreams when they paddle their little puppy paws makes you grasp your heart and say, "oh," and then you snap a picture. It's the little moments that will be the memories that will last a lifetime. The next candy you pull out might be hot stud. For some of our puppy raisers, they have to contend with the hot stud, especially since our neuter age now is 12 months old. Between 10 and 12 months, the puppies like to test boundaries, definitely teenagers. The puppy raisers have to buckle down, and sometimes the puppies lose freedoms until they can prove themselves again. Puppy raising is a roller coaster of emotions, but ask any puppy raiser and they will say it's all worth it in the end. The next candy you pull out is Cutie. Puppy raisers are our lifeline to our communities. Spreading Canine Companions' love is their superpower. Whenever they are out and about, socializing the puppies, doing demos, presentations, and participating in events, you can hear people say, "oh, what a cutie." Puppy raisers smile and hand out a brochure. Sometimes it's hard to see the impact of our volunteers' work, but know that you have made an impression with all that you encounter. And it's proven time and time again, those small interactions bring new people to Canine Companions, even if it may be years later. Best day is the next candy you pull out. At this current moment, you may not think that today is the best day. You have completed something that many people won't attempt. It's hard to give away something that you love. But when you lead with independence, you transform in so many subconscious ways that you leave the world a better place. The next candy is Be Mine. As you look to the future and are reminded by our graduates sitting right here, you know that out there right now, a candidate is on our wait list wondering who will be Mine. Even if the dog doesn't graduate, we have a saying that all dogs end up where they need to be. The right home awaits, and the hard work is shown in this room will live on because the legacy of raising a puppy has an impact now and in the future, and not always in the way we intended. The next candy we pull out is Love You. It is time, and I'll probably cry here, as I always do, it is time to say, "I love you." You give the last hug, squish those squishy cheeks, take in that puppy smell, and know that everything you have done to get to this point is invaluable and appreciated. Thank you for all of your time and energy, the sleepless nights and patience and perseverance. Puppy raising isn't for the faint of heart, and all the people in this room prove that hard things can be done if you live with love in your hearts. Thank you, puppy raisers, for being a part of our community and being a sweetheart to our organization. Yay. What we are We are going to introduce our the matriculating class of puppy raisers. They're going to, in a second here, we'll have you guys line up and we'll start to introduce everyone and the puppies that are raising, that are starting this next journey. But before I do that, I would like to recognize Esther Brown. So come on up, Esther. So Esther is part, Emily had said earlier that the Lions Club is sponsoring today's graduation, matriculation, and I have a little thing we'll say here about Esther. So I'd love to recognize that longtime puppy raiser and supporter Esther Brown joined us on stage. When I started 25 years ago, our first team training I was part of was November of 1998. Esther and her late husband Bud were celebrating the graduation for their first puppy, Joanne. Bud and Esther are a big part of the hearts of many staff members who have worked with these amazing volunteers over the years. Tanya, Adrina, and I always will remember Bud always saying, "This is the best dog ever." This is the best dog ever. He would literally say it for every single dog, that this was the best dog ever. And we would always be like, "Bud, but the last one was the best dog ever." He's like, "Oh no, this is the best dog ever." And so they are. They are all the best dogs ever. They were all the best dogs ever. Bud and Esther have done so much for our organization that we wanted to honor Bud today and have Esther and know that Bud will always be in our hearts, and we miss him too. So we love you guys. And for many of our puppy raisers, or our longtime puppy raisers, it's been, well, COVID stuff. But Esther used to bake the cookies for all of our graduating dogs. She used to make, and she would handwrite all of the names on each of the cookies, and we would pass them out to both matriculating dogs, graduating puppy raisers, the graduates and the puppy raisers. And I would even have to mail some of the cookies for the puppy raisers who couldn't come, and I had to seal that sucker up into an envelope and make sure so it didn't break in transit because it was a coveted cookie. So we thank you for all the years of cookies. You probably made thousands of them. So with that, we need to get our charms. Oh, okay. Well, let's do this. So Tricia is running to get the charms. We're going to have our puppy raisers go ahead and let's start lining up. And so you guys come on up here. And what's going to happen is you guys, we're going to, Esther, you're going to hand the charm to, Esther is going to hand the charm to you guys. And then just around this screen, you're going to come back and head to your area, okay? So I'm going to take this. We're going to get ourselves prepared. Sorry about the delay, everyone. Was it in our office? The charms? You know what we're going to do? We're going to start just because we have so much time, and we'll get you the charms, and so just say hello to Esther as you fly. All right. So I would first like to introduce Sylvia Payne from Indianapolis, Indiana, who raised Andre the Fourth. I'd like to recognize the Bainbridge family from New Albany, Ohio, who raised Bear the Fourth, Fifth, Sixth. All right, sorry about that, everyone. We did not have our ducks in a row, or our charms in a row. I'd now like to introduce Tom and Vonnie Witt from Carmel, Indiana, who raised Valence, not Valence, he's not a window treatment. Valence puppy. I'd like to recognize Leslie Young from Westerville, Ohio, who raised Ford the 8th, and Jen Hicks, if she was watching on, who started the puppy. And Ford is a little Mustang, we'll say that, but he's come a long way. I'd now like to recognize Gordon and Joyce Spainhauer from Columbia, Missouri, who raised Wilson the 7th. And so we're going to just go, Wilson! Next rep, come on up. I'd now like to introduce Barbara and David Spar from 84, Pennsylvania, who raised Link the 6th. I'd like to recognize Lisa and Kip Treganowen from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who raised our little dill pickle, I'm still going to say it, Dill the 2nd. I'd like to recognize Megan Hallahan from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who raised Tatum the 6th, and Megan's part of our college club in Pittsburgh. I'd like to recognize Lily Swanson from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, also from our college club, who raised Roberto the 2nd, who is our PTL superstar, KDKA. I'd like to recognize Dennis Villasenor from Olathe, Kansas, who raised Cupertino the 2nd. I'd now like to recognize Whitney. Whitney the 8th was raised by Elizabeth and Glenn Austin of St. Louis, Missouri, and presenting Whitney is Cliff Bryant from Overland Park, Kansas. So yay! I'd like to recognize Susan Marlott and Tammy Lockman from Murdoch, Nebraska, with Fisher the 5th. I'd like to recognize Catherine and Scott Rupp from Twin Lakes, Wisconsin, who raised Tundra the 5th. I'd like to recognize Pat Long Sims and grandson Jonathan Rayer from Shipman, Illinois, who raised Brady the 4th. I'd like to recognize Christy Scott Bartman from Galena, Ohio, who raised Cash the 5th. I'd like to recognize John Brenner from Galena, Ohio, who raised Gibson the 4th. I'd like to recognize Sarah Geiser from Waconia, Minnesota, who we gave her nice, better weather for all of our Minnesota puppy raisers down here, who raised Hamlet the 6th. I'd like to recognize the Van Dusen and Mayhew families from Bloomington, Minnesota, who raised Marble. I'd I'd like to recognize Coco Anderson from Stillwater, Minnesota, who raised Lotto II. I'd like to recognize Donna James Zavere and Noriko James from Fayetteville, Missouri. Donna's here with her son, Jason, for his first graduation. Well, welcome. And they're from Fayette, Missouri, who raised Buckley III. I'd like to recognize Patricia M.G. O'Connor from Chicago, Illinois, who raised Norm V, and Chicago, Boston is a Norm. We'll all know. I'd like to recognize Sam and Audrey Lumen from West Chicago, Illinois, who raised Denny III. I'd like to recognize Ann Culloch and Jamie Bliven from Canal, Winchester, Ohio, who raised Dove IV. I'd like to recognize Nan and Derek House from Bradford Woods, Pennsylvania, who raised Stormy V. I'd like to recognize Beth Speckman from Cicero, Indiana, who raised June the 6th. And almost, was you trying to get in the basket? Yeah. I'd like to recognize Brian and Karina Miles and Kelly Vore, who raised Kiana III from Indianapolis, Indiana, aka that area. Unfortunately, she went into heat right before, so now they are presenting for Kristen Utenham, who is raising Caitlin, and it's a slightly early turn-in, but we'll be recognizing Caitlin again in May. So thank you for raising Kiana. Did we get all of our matriculating puppies up? All right. You can do two, yeah. Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Esther. So I'd also like to recognize real quickly Randy and Michelle Ackman from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, who raised Stinger IV. We already did Beth. Scott Hood and Sue Crook from Shoreview, Minnesota, who raised Liam VII. Diane Fee from St. Paul, Minnesota, who raised Wailua, and Karen Cook from Holland, Michigan, who raised Chevy IV. We appreciate everything they did. For raising the puppy, unfortunately, they couldn't be here. And I'd love to give a little special shout out to Charlotte Starker and Puppy Tag and Susan Cotress and Puppy Fuller. We love them with all of our hearts. And so now we are going to sit back and enjoy our puppy picture presentation. I would now like to take a moment to recognize the actual beginning of the process, which is our breeder caretakers and the dogs that are selected into the breeding program. Technically quarter, because we have 4 graduations, we select dogs into the breeding program 4 times a year. So we're going to have you guys sit back and relax and enjoy another breeder caretaker submission of the dogs that have been recently selected for the breeding program, which includes a puppy by the name of Beckett, who was raised by Emma McClellan from Columbia Central, Missouri. I can't remember the place. I apologize for that, but Emma raised Beckett. We're going to get more Beckett puppies in the world in the future, along with the rest of these beautiful dogs. So sit back and enjoy the future. First, I'd like to say I wish Honeydew and Figgy were raised in our region because those are adorable names. And secondly, this is a shout out to the University of Pittsburgh students because I just saw that Nick, who raised Lamar, Lamar was taken into the breeding program. And technically, he was at the University of Pittsburgh, even though he lives technically in Northeast. So we're taking credit for go University of Pittsburgh. I would now like to introduce Christy Bartman, who will be talking about our challenge coys. She is also a veteran puppy raiser and veteran. So come on up, Christy, and matriculating puppy
Hey everybody. A challenge coin is a small coin bearing an organization's insignia or emblem carried by the organization's members. Traditionally, they might be given to prove membership when asked or to enhance morale. They're also collected by service members. And between my husband and I, we've got our share of the house. Historically, challenge coins were presented to unit commanders in recognition of special achievement by a member of the unit. They were also exchanged when you visited a unit or you did something over and above and beyond. It's my pleasure to ask any veterans joining us for the ceremony today to please either stand or be acknowledged so we can make sure we appreciate your being here today. Can service members please stand? Thank you so much for your service. And for those that have not received our new coin, we have the new insignia on the coin, I would love for you to come up and I would be happy to present this coin to you. So if you are a veteran and have not received our new coin, please come up.
Hello everyone, my name is Natalie and I'm one of the instructors of our team training class. It was my pleasure to work alongside Colleen, Sophie, and Renee, not only to train the wonderful dogs that went into this class, but also to work with the incredible people that we will soon introduce. So for those of you who don't know, team training is a truly unique experience. We asked people to put their lives on hold for 2 weeks as they traveled to Central Ohio to be matched with their new service or facility dog. Our students put their full trust in us as we chose the dog that best fit their lives, and they pushed themselves out of their comfort zone as they practiced new skills in front of the whole class. We bombarded them with so much information in such a short amount of time so they can learn all the things that they needed to know about having a service dog in their life. It's a very physically and emotionally exhausting process, but we also had moments of fun sprinkled in, with some birthdays to celebrate, a mock movie theater that required a lot of imagination to transform this room into a movie experience, and we even had some friendly competition with musical beds and some relay races. To our graduates, you did it. Thank you for showing up every day ready to go, ready to follow our advice, and ready to learn everything you could about how to be a good leader to your dog. Think back to those first couple of days as you're trying to wrap your head around all of the different cue words and steps of the handling sequence. And now, think of how far you've come in just 2 weeks. We've seen your confidence blossom, your love for your dog grow, and your handling skills strengthen with each day. You've worked so hard on creating a good relationship with your dog from the beginning, and it has certainly been paying off. As we looked around the room these last couple of days, we saw those big brown eyes staring right at you guys, ready to hear what to do next. You have one more transition ahead of you as you make your way home soon, but just remember, if you ever find yourself stuck in a tough moment where you are doubting yourself, somewhere out there there's a classmate, a trainer, a puppy raiser, and just a whole family of people who are out there who believe in you and who are cheering you on. It has been so great to see your transformation over the past 2 weeks, and we're so excited to see all of the things that you guys will go on to do. So without further ado, it's my pleasure to begin introducing our February 2024 team training class. So we're going to start with Zipporah and Meg, if you guys want to make your way up here. Zipporah traveled to Ohio from Missouri to receive her first service dog. She put her all into class, asking a lot of questions, making the most of our practice sessions, and pushing herself to work through any challenges she faced. She put a lot of hard work into these past 2 weeks, but she also found moments to laugh and enjoy all the goofy sides of her dog as his personality became to come through. Zipporah is looking forward to her dog picking up dropped items and providing deep pressure, as well as just being a constant companion who is always by her side. Zipporah was matched with service dog Miguel. Miguel was raised by Meg here in Ohio, and he was the second dog that she raised. Meg started puppy raising because she wanted to give back to Canine Companions, and she's worked really hard to get him to where he is now. Meg, we appreciate all that you do for our organization, and you may now pass your leash off to Zipporah. Now I'm going to get to Colleen.
Hey guys, I'm Colleen, and I will need Pearl and Ellie to come up. Pearl traveled from Illinois to receive her successor service dog, Finlay. She looks forward to Finlay assisting her with picking up items she drops, tugging open and helping close doors in her apartment, and finally getting in a good daily cuddle session. In class, Pearl was always super receptive to our notes and was dedicated to learning and improving her handling skills. Thank you for all of your hard work in class. We know you'll have a smooth transition from class to home life. Good job, Pearl. Ellie had high hopes for Finlay when she turned him in for professional training. Even as a newer puppy raiser, she could see Finlay's love of working and had a sense he would be successful. Thank you for all of your hard work getting him to this point. Ellie traveled from Minnesota, where she attends college, to present Finlay the first. Please hand over Finlay's leash. And next, David and Cheryl and Sherry. David and Cheryl traveled from Pennsylvania to receive David's first service dog, Brisa. David is excited about Brisa helping him get items around the house that he drops, as well as the unconditional companionship that he provides. David appreciates Brisa's calm and playful and attentive nature and has really taken in all of our advice to help him grow their bond. David took this to the next level by slyly giving Brisa a few kibbles here and there. That's okay though, just as long as it comes out of her daily meal. Or else Aaron will know. Sherry always puts her heart and soul into every pup she raises, and Brisa was no exception. Sherry is a great supporter of Canine Companions and was even selected to be on our Volunteer Advisory Council to be the voice of our volunteers. Thank you for all you do. Sherry traveled from Kansas to present Brisa the third. You can now hand over the leash. Ben and Beth. Ben traveled from Indiana to receive his first facility dog, Villa. Ben looks forward to using Villa's skills to assist in his role as a behavioral analyst, supporting children with disabilities at his facility. Ben plans on utilizing Villa's sweet temperament to help his clients reach their therapy goals by providing motivation to practice daily living skills, by performing tasks like tug, get, nudge, visit, and offering deep pressure. Ben worked extremely hard over these past 2 weeks, and we are excited to hear about all of your success stories. Villa was raised by Beth Phelan, a multi-time puppy raiser for Canine Companions. We know it takes a lot of dedication, patience, and love to raise these guys. Thank you for all of your hard work in getting Villa ready for this moment. Beth traveled from Illinois to present Villa the second. You can now hand over the leash. And I'd like to introduce Sophia, their next instructor.
Alrighty, hi everyone, my name is Sophia. I am one of the other instructors of this class. So I'd like to have Jacqueline come on up and Deb Moss. Alright, Jacqueline came to team training with her mom from Pennsylvania to receive her very first service dog. Jacqueline is looking forward to having her service dog pick up dropped items for her like her phone, apply deep pressure, and help with doorways. During team training, her service dog got everything she asked for, including her phone, which she may have accidentally cracked, but Jacqueline took that in stride. We are so excited to see how your partnership grows in the coming years. Jacqueline was matched with a female lab golden cross named Only, who was raised by Deb Moss. Thank you, Deb, for taking on raising Only and having to explain, I am sure repeatedly, where Only's name came from, which is that she was the only black lab golden cross in the litter. Hence Only. Thank you, Deb, for all that you do for Canine Companions. You may now pass the leash. All right, Liv, and then Beth and Randy. Liv came to team training from very close by to receive her very first service dog. Liv is looking forward to her new service dog helping her with dropped items, help with doorways, and tugging off clothes. Liv came into team training with a natural ability of being a good leader to her service dog, and we are so excited to see all that you and Oakland are going to accomplish in the coming years. Liv was matched with a male lab golden cross named Oakland. Oakland was raised by Beth and Randy Schroeder. Beth and Randy Schroeder, you guys are longtime puppy raisers since 1993. 93? Yeah. They are from the Michigan area and have been a steady presence there and are always supportive. Thank you both for all you do for Canine Companions. You may now pass the leash to Liv. All right, Suzanne, and then Karen Odom. All right, Suzanne came to team training from Pennsylvania to receive her first facility dog to work alongside her in a courthouse setting. Suzanne learned how to be a confident handler these past 2 weeks and learned what feedback to help her new facility dog and what she needed. One of the biggest achievements that Suzanne and her new facility dog accomplished was winning the infamous game of musical beds. It was clear that Suzanne and her facility dogs were masters at the bed cue. That was awesome. Suzanne, we are so excited to see all the lives that you and your facility dog are going to touch in the coming years. Suzanne was matched with a female lab golden cross named Praline, who was raised by Carolyn Odom. Carolyn has been a longtime puppy raiser and donor for Canine Companions. Carolyn is always willing to take on puppies that may need a little extra help, or if we just need someone to help out in the moment, she's always willing. We really appreciate you, Carolyn, and all you do for Canine Companions. You may now pass the leash. I would like to now bring up Renee to finish us out.
Hi guys, my name is Renee and I was also one of the trainers who helped teach this class. So if I could have Michelle and Katie and Emily and Scott come join me up here. Michelle is a child life assistant from Cincinnati Children's Hospital and came to team training with child life specialist Katie as a secondary handler. This will be the hospital's 6th Canine Companions facility dog. So this team came with lots of ideas of how a facility dog would fit in with their work. Michelle and Katie will be keeping the new addition to their team busy, using push and tug to help patients meet therapy goals, as well as getting some downtime using lap, visit, and cover for procedure support. To keep up with their busy schedules, they were matched with facility dog Hadley. Hadley was raised by Emily Allen and Scott Broadworth. Hadley is the 2nd dog they have raised for us, and they are currently raising their 3rd. We appreciate all they do for us and hope this is only the start of their journey as Canine Companions puppy raisers. Emily and Scott, please pass Hadley's leash to Michelle and Katie. Taylor and Dana and Lena. Want to join me up here? You're good. Squeezing through those tight spaces. All right. Taylor came to team training from the Cincinnati area to receive his first service dog. With facilitation from his mom, Dana, Taylor will use his new service dog to help pick up dropped items and use tug and push to be a motivator during therapies. Using all these tasks will also give Taylor lots of practice with purposeful speech. Taylor appreciates his service dog's willingness to work when needed, as well as his love of naps and snuggles during downtime. Needing a dog that can switch from on-the-go to cuddle time, Taylor was matched with service dog Truman. Truman was raised by Lena Herms, who comes to us from Indiana. Truman is Lena's third Canine Companions puppy, but this is her first big graduation and handing off the leash in person, as her previous puppy had a virtual graduation. We are so excited that she was able to be here today and appreciate all the time and love she puts into raising puppies for us. Lena, please pass Truman's leash to Taylor. All right, and last but not least, can I have Kelly join me up here along with Carolyn? Kelly traveled all the way from Nebraska with her personal driver, aka her husband Chad, to receive a Canine Companion service dog. Her positive attitude and willingness to seek out advice helped create a strong bond with her new teammate, who always looks to her no matter the setting. Kelly is looking forward to having her new service dog pick up items to reduce her vertigo and using cover for deep pressure therapy. We're looking forward to seeing Kelly continue to grow her relationship with her new service dog, Charlotte. Charlotte was raised by Carolyn Brock, who is a member of both our regional and national boards. She has been a puppy raiser and supporter of Canine Companions for many, many years. In fact, she named Charlotte after her favorite book, Charlotte's Web. We are thankful for all that Carolyn does to support our organization. Carolyn, please pass Charlotte's leash to Kelly. Congrats to all of you guys, and for the February class of 2024. We now have a video that shows just a snapshot of all of the hard work these guys have put in the last 2 weeks.
Everything's fine. There's no panic happening back here.
So there's a technical difficulty, a glitch. We will send the presentation out to our graduates. Our apologies. We worked on it yesterday. It was up and running. Pretty sure we looked at it today. It was up and running. And technology is great until it isn't. And if we can get it going, we'll show it to you. But if we can't, just know that we appreciate all of the hard work that you guys would have seen in all of the videos and in the presentation. So it will also be attached to our live stream when that is up on our website. So with that, I have the pleasure of introducing Paulette Burks to come up with some final remarks.
Promise I won't glitch, guys. Hello, everyone. My name is Paulette Burks, and I am a proud member of the North Central Regional Board. And I would just like to once again reiterate our congratulations to the graduates today, as well as thank our volunteers, our donors, and the community members here this afternoon. Canine Companions is so important to me for a myriad of reasons, but when I think about this organization, there's one word specific that comes to mind, and that word is service. Not only are our furry friends amazing service providers, but when I look out into this crowd, I see our puppy raisers, and our staff members and our volunteers who are amazing servant leaders. And so, once again, thank you to all of you. And this is just looking out at you guys, it's a perfect reflection of the collective impact that we make every day for the clients and those who are receiving the puppies. And so I am tasked with giving you guys a few housekeeping rules as we exit the premises. So I'm going to read verbatim. As you guys leave out, I ask that you guys we ask that the matriculating puppies make their way into their kennels by 3:30 to be greeted by our staff. And then also when you are exiting, please remember to exit the parking lot counterclockwise to make sure that we're all remaining safe. And then if you are a first-time visitor to our facility and you would like to go on a tour this afternoon before you leave, please give a good wave to Nancy right there. She would be so happy and pleased to take you on a tour. And Matt in the corner. Please, 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 if you're interested, please do that because it is something special to see. I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to say it. We have one of the best facilities out there, guys. So please take this as an opportunity. But finally, we are excited to send our graduate team off in style and celebrate them. And so we want to do a clap out. So please stay in your seats or rise if you are able to for one final farewell to our graduating class of February 2024. So thank you guys.